All right, guys, so today we're gonna go over the OSD menu on our HD-100A. We're gonna go over white balance and exposure and audio and get all the settings going. This is the one I like to use, so let's get to it. Let's go ahead and go to our OSD menu. Just press the little toggle in. And the first thing we wanna do is we wanna set up our frame rate. So we wanna know what we're shooting in. So let's go to setup and go down here to output format. And we wanna select, in this case, I'm shooting 1080, 60, 59. So I'm gonna select that for me, right? Okay, step number 2 is we want to correct the auto exposure. So instead of starting with auto, go ahead and go into AE mode and go to manual. And then I would go right here. If we're shooting at 60, you want to double that to 120 at least. In this case, it's going to be 125. If you guys are shooting 30, it would be double, so go 1/60. I'll just give it a little boost right here to 6. And return. Okay. Now, once we have that, we're going to go down here to image control. We can go in here to the image control. And let's go ahead and bring the contrast down. You see how it's so dark? The blacks, right? So we're going to bring it down. I would bring it down to about like 8. That's kind of like my go-to right there. And then we're going to go straight down. Don't worry about the black or anything. Just return. And then we're going to go back to the white balance. So here for the white balance, what we want to do is we want to go to the right and go to one push. You see how the color just changed? We're gonna need, I'm going right here in front of the camera, but we're gonna need a white card. And in this case, it's a big white poster board. But you're gonna put it in front of the camera, try to fill up the most of the screen. Now the idea is you want to be, if I'm gonna be shooting here, I want to have the card here. You know, I don't want to put it like really close, you know, so have where the light's gonna hit you because that's gonna be the best optimized white. So what we do is then once we do that, we go to OK. And then we push, and bam. And then it's set. One of the big things we want to do is we want to get an audio. We're plugging in our audio straight into it. Go ahead and set your line level. You have like a wireless mic and plug it in. Plug it in and then go to audio level and set it to 20. So you can go down the dB, go to 20. That does a pretty good level. And then sample bit, I would go 32-bit because we have the ability to do 32. I would stick to either 24 or 32. 32 for sure, and then just go ahead and return. And now we can exit and we can see the difference. So here I am, and we just did our whole little profile setup. Very basic, we just dropped the contrast a little bit, but the whole idea is that we want to be within the spectrum. So, you know, we don't want to go over 100 IRE, and then, you know, push the blacks up just a little bit so that we have some wiggle room to play with in post. That's it. Cheers.